Hey y'all, what is going on? Hopefully you're having a good one. I wanted to change things up a little bit today. I'm still gonna do a fishing video, but I've had this channel for a while and some of you have been following since the beginning. So I thought this would be a good opportunity for me to tell y'all a little bit about myself and also answer some of the frequently asked questions that I get. So hopefully y'all enjoy, and let's key some B-roll. We will start our first fishing video of fall out at a very familiar spot. I know those of you who have watched this channel are very familiar with the spot. I love it here. It's one of my top 5 favorite spots. You don't always catch the biggest fish here, but I like how far back it is. I like how secluded it is, and it's just a peaceful place. So with it being fall, here's what is on the agenda today. Fall fish, still an option. Potentially, if we're very lucky, maybe a holdover trout. It is also a warmer fall day, so we have the possibility of smallmouth and sunfish. So we'll see what we can catch. Our setup today is going to be super simple. We've got the ultralight, we've got 2-pound test, and I've got a trout magnet to start. Around this time of year, I always downsize, so we'll see if this lure will produce any results for us. We also have bread in our backpack if the fish aren't biting on the lure. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. So one of the biggest questions that I get asked is, how did you come up with the name Delco Nashville Line? Well, I was raised here in Delco, spent a lot of time here, was born here, and I love the woods here. And I grew up hanging out in the woods. Went to college locally at the great Temple University. Enjoyed my time there. And had a job offer to work in Philly, and I said I'm kind of done with Philadelphia and wanted to change the scenery. Asked for a job in Nashville, and that's what happened. I ended up in Nashville, Tennessee. So, ooh, fish on. It's off. And that was a redbreast. So ended up in Nashville, Tennessee, and started the channel as I was going back between Nashville and Delco. Now, at this point in time, I didn't realize that I had moved away from Nashville. I still had my house in Nashville, and I was still staying in Delco. I thought I'd be splitting my time 50-50. That did not end up happening, and I completely ended up moving away from Nashville, and I never changed the name. So if you're ever wondering, how did I end up on that name? That is the story. I created this channel when I was living in both Delco and the volunteer state. All right, we had a decent start. It was good to get a bite, especially this time of year. And y'all got some background on me. I'll tell you a little bit more outside of fishing. I, believe it or not, am an IT project manager. So I find fishing to be this incredible balance in my life. Obviously working in IT, and I work for a Fortune 100 company. I still actually work in Nashville. I spend a lot of time on a computer and sitting at a desk. So nature is my reset, and I absolutely love it, and I love fishing, and it's been a passion of mine. It keeps my balance, my equilibrium, the yin and the yang, people. I'm going to break from the personal stories until I actually catch a fish, because you can't have a fishing video without fish. There we go. A little bit late in the season to be catching our buddies, the redbreast sunfish. This is a beautiful male. You can tell by that orange belly, but here's your little bit of fall fishing that y'all got in this video. It hasn't taken me too long. I've probably been out here for 5 minutes or so. maybe a little bit more. That's a beautiful fish. I don't know where they go when it gets cold, but I can tell you, you just don't see them out. So I don't know if they like hibernate or they go to the rivers. Maybe we got like some people that are more knowledgeable than me about them on this channel, or that follow my channel, and y'all can put in the comments, where the heck do the sunfish go? Now that we got a fish, I'll tell you a little bit more about myself. One of the questions I often get asked is, why did I start a channel? And it really is actually 3 different things. One of which has to do with my dad. He would always ask me when I came back from fishing, what did I catch? And this gave me an opportunity to show him. He grew up here as well, so it's cool to show him what lives in the creek. He's not somebody who fishes. He doesn't know anything about fishing. The second thing is growing up here, you've seen the area change a ton, and I thought it's really cool that when I put these videos out in a moment in time, you get to see what Delco looks like. Here's the deal, unfortunately, and this is a sad truth, this place probably won't be here in 30 years. All of this has changed. When I grew up here, we had farms. We don't really have farms too much in Delco. Still have a couple hanging on, but we used to have a lot more when I was a kid, so that's a little bit of a bummer. And then lastly, this was all unraveled during, and I really fell back in love with nature, and I realized it was a tough time for a lot of us. You know, a lot of us were staying indoors. Mentally, I think we were all, I don't know what the word is to use here, but mentally we were probably struggling a bit. And I found a lot of peace in the outdoors. And I thought, there's a lot of people that are probably looking for outlets, and if I could get a couple people into fishing and the outdoors and help them mentally, that it would be all worth it. And I can tell you, one of the most rewarding things about having a YouTube channel is getting the younger generation into the outdoors and fishing. We live in a world that's so driven by technology, and I fully realize that the way that I reach people is through technology, it's through YouTube. But I still think there's a lot of benefits in fishing and getting away from everything and being one with nature. So it's been really rewarding to see some kids ask me, you know, for tips about fishing, that maybe they found fishing through my channel, or even some adults that have found fishing through my channel, or this is one of my favorites, a dad or mom that reaches out to me because they're taking their son or daughter fishing and they're asking for tips. That is the 3rd reason why I did this, and what has been the most rewarding to me. I've never done a video like this. I don't know if this format even works. If you're still watching, I appreciate it. I think it's cool that y'all want to learn a little bit about me. But we got to catch some more fish, so I'm going to take a break with the personal stories until I grab something. These trees never used to be down. I don't really know what happened. There we go. Another sunfish for the tally. Not that I think many of y'all are sitting out here jumping for joy over that catch, but it's a beautiful one. Another male. I wonder if females and males eat at different times. I don't know. Like maybe males eat while it's colder out. I don't know. I'm guessing here based off the fact that I've caught 2 males, not really the most evidence, but it's a nice little fish. See you later, bud. The question that y'all are probably the most interested in, now nobody's asked me this, but I always wondered it, and that is, do you make money off YouTube? Like whenever I watch YouTube fishermen, that was always my question. In short, the answer is yes, but not very much. I make about $2 a day. It comes out to be, I don't know, a couple $100 a year. And I will tell you, I only recently got monetized. So I've been doing this for a couple years now, and I've only been making money for the last probably 6 months, and that's fine. I mean, I did this for free for years. I don't do it for the money. I do it because it's fun to me. And it's somewhat nice to have a second job that is my primary source of income, because I don't have to get worked up if nobody watches a video. Like if y'all don't watch this video, it's fine by me. If you do watch it and you like it, that's great. But it is nice just to make a tiny bit of money for all the work that I've put in over the years. I mean, it takes forever to edit these videos, and like I said, my equipment's expensive. I mean, drones and GoPros aren't free, and all the batteries. So yes, I make money. It's about $2 a day. You know, if more people watch, it'll go up. But I'm really not out here because I see this as my career or anything. I just love doing this. Sunfish have been plentiful, but I wanted to show y'all something else in this creek. So let me switch to bread here. This time of year, bread seems to be king, fall into winter. I don't know why, but it just works. And I'm gonna try to see if I can catch something. Most likely it'll be like a fallfish. I'm gonna see how good my multitasking is, because I'm gonna try to catch a fallfish. And while I do that, I wanna tell you guys, one of the really cool things about having a YouTube channel here in Delco is Delco isn't known for its fishing. Like, we're not a grade A trout stream. We don't have great bass. It's like a very average place to fish. And the fishermen here are super devoted, and they typically have this passion for fishing and nature that a lot of people don't have. Like, we don't have the best places, so if we're out here fishing, like, we just love it, which is really cool. And through this channel, I've met some awesome subscribers that share that passion with me, and I've even had some of my subscribers turn into really good friends, like my buddy Jeff, who's appeared in a couple videos. Y'all know Pablo. Pablo recognized me super early on at the creek when I had like 14 subscribers. Jeff, kind of similar thing. I had a bit more, maybe I was up to like 400, but it is really cool. Like, I bump into these people just like out in the wilderness, and we become like really good friends. Like, it's just a cool thing, and it's a cool fishing community. So that is one of the things about having a YouTube channel that I absolutely love, and I think is pretty incredible. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, this is not the most exciting type of fishing. This is the cast and wait type of method, like similar to what you would do if you were catfishing. But it is how I can catch fall fish in the fall. Got it. There we go. It's our biggest fish of the day. It is the fall fish. It's funny, they weren't really going after the lure today. Love this fish. So we caught two native species, the Redbreast and the Fallfish. I always say, like, when you think about Delco, this is a Delco fish, right? Like, it's a tough, I feel like it's a blue-collared kind of fish. Doesn't get all the love like a trout or a bass. It is a Delco fish through and through, and it makes sense because it's native to this area. So it's not a Delco Nashville Line video if we don't hype up the fall fish. Let's get a good look at him. Taking the glasses off, seeing what way the sun is going. Yeah, it's a great fish. Just a cool fish. You can catch these all year round. They're like one of the few fish that we can actually catch year round here. See you later, bud. Cool. I'm content with that. So two types of fish species on the day, the Redbreast, which is a native fish, and the Fallfish, which is another native fish. Fitting for the intro to Delco Nashville Line, or the About Me video. To close out this video, I just wanted to say thank y'all, and I appreciate you checking out the channel. I appreciate you checking out this video. I know it's really different than the other videos that I've done. I just wanted to give you some insight into who I am as a person and why I started this channel. I love fishing, I love Delco, I love nature. If you're wondering what will next year hold, what are my goals for next year? Honestly, probably more of the same. I think some of the areas that I'm looking to improve on will be some of the trips that I take. I still do a lot of fishing in Delco, but you've probably noticed I've started venturing out. I try to keep it within 2 hours. It's just a rule of thumb for me. I'll go further, but that is really where I'm kind of sticking to, because that's a good day trip for us as people from Delco. We can go out, we can fish, and be home for a late dinner. So expect more of that. Expect more on the kayak. We'll see what random fish I get obsessed with next year. See y'all.